What's up everybody, directorob here. Today I'm back on the channel with another video, and here I am with a video I've been wanting to do for a very long time, but I just basically never had the opportunity to do so. And as you can see in the title, here I am to talk about my favourite PS2 games. I know it's a little bit random, but yeah, to be honest, I really fancied doing this video, and here I am to talk about basically my favourite PS2 games. Obviously, this list doesn't mean that they're the best PS2 games that ever existed. It's just simply my opinion, and you can obviously not agree with me. You know, that's perfectly normal for you to not agree. Everybody's got their own tastes, and these are mine. These are basically the games that I most played back in the day, right? These are older games. I found it quite hard, I'm not going to lie, I found it quite hard to shorten down, should we say, this list, because there's loads and loads of PS2 games that I've played loads, and yeah, I just played a lot. But to be honest, I've had to choose like, should we say, the ones that I can remember clearly that I played more, should we say. So first we have The Getaway. Now, I think this was pretty obvious because I did an entire walkthrough here on my channel back in like 2013 or something like that. And it is probably the first shooter that I ever played. I'm not really sure on that, but I think it is the first shooter I've ever played in my life. And it was great, to be honest. I've really enjoyed this game. Then there are others, like The Getaway Black Monday, which was, should we say, like number 2, but it's not on this list. For example, I'm just mentioning it, but it's not on this list because for me it wasn't out there like The Getaway, in my opinion. I know a lot of people prefer Black Monday because they've heard of it. I mean, obviously nowadays in 2020 nobody talks about these games, but I do know a lot of people that prefer Black Monday basically because of the storyline and all that. So you know, it's just personal taste. Black Monday didn't really do it for me. I mean, it's not a bad game, don't get me wrong, but it's just not up there. Next, Conflict Global Storm. Now this is probably as well one of my favourite war games because obviously it's a shooter as well, but it's not like, it's not all about gambling and weapons and all that in London. It's more about, well, proper war. And it was great because I remember I used to play with Aiden. Aiden used to come to my house and we used to play on split screen because obviously PS2 doesn't have multiplayer. So Aiden would come to my house and we would play this game on split screen because there's 4 characters. So we would play on split screen. Each person, well, moves 2 characters from the game. And to be honest, Conflict was great. Then we have King Kong. Yes, that's why I was about to say King Kong previously, because I got confused. I've got here a list to remind myself which games am I supposed to mention, and that's why I just lost it. So yeah, King Kong. I remember this was a game that somebody bought for me. I can't actually remember who, and at first I wasn't very happy because I saw the box, and you know, I mean, the film was okay, but I wasn't really chuffed about the game. But then I played it and it turned out to be as well one of my favourite games I've ever played on PS2. It's honestly a classic. It's exactly I can't remember what year is the film from because I know there's loads of. There's a very old one, then there's a relatively modern one, and I think the one I'm talking about, I think it's from 2006. I don't know. So it's the game of that particular film, you know, with Jack Black and all of that. To be honest, great as well. Next, Crash Bandicoot, The Wrath of Cortex, and, I know they're not the same game, but I'm just mentioning them together, and Crash Bandicoot, Crash of the Titans, I believe it's called. I know there are loads of Crash Bandicoot games on PS2, but these were the ones that did it for me. Wrath of the Cortex the most, but then Titans wasn't that far behind. It's a game that I enjoyed as well. I had in total 3. I had 3 Crash Bandicoot games on PS2. I know there's a lot more. The other one was called Crash Bandicoot Twinsanity, I believe, but that is just like I mentioned before with Black Monday. It's not a game that really did it for me. It was okay. I mean, I had fun with it as well. But if I had to choose, well, I would choose obviously the Wrath of Cortex, but then I remember that Titans was a game that I really enjoyed a lot. And I had a lot of fun. And for example, when I was talking about Conflict Global Storm previously, I know there are more games. There's another one that I had too called Conflict Desert Storm, but then again, back to the same story. It didn't do it for me personally. It wasn't as good. And obviously, in my opinion, obviously, this is my personal taste. Everyone can disagree. It's perfectly normal. Then Harry Potter and the Philosopher's Stone and Harry Potter and the Chamber of Secrets. Yes, I know there's loads. I had the entire collection from 1 to 6, because then the rest didn't come out for PS2. But for me, the best ones are Philosopher's Stone and Chamber of Secrets. I know the Prisoner of Azkaban, the third one, would be my third favourite. It goes in order. Well, to be honest, with the first 2, I wouldn't know how to position them, but like I say, very great games, those 2. And the third one, I enjoyed it as well, but it's not up to the same level in my personal opinion. So yeah, Harry Potter 1 and 2 are great. Then I played Harry Potter and the Philosopher's Stone again on the PS2 with this special program that I had. I think it was called PCX-X2 or something like that. Can't actually remember off by heart. But yeah, it was basically a way to play PS2 games completely for free on PC. I did a tutorial about it, and yeah, that's how I did it. And I never managed to play Chamber of Secrets again, because for some reason the page stopped working and I never managed to play it. But yeah, it was great as well. And then finally, which is the reason why I've made this video, SpongeBob SquarePants the movie and SpongeBob SquarePants Battle for Bikini Bottom. Yes, it's the reason I'm doing this video is because recently I saw a video that SpongeBob SquarePants Battle for Bikini Bottom has been remastered or rehydrated for PS4, and then I saw that and it just brought back the memories. So I thought, hey, I'm going to do a video talking about my favourite PS2 games, and I haven't got it, but I am thinking about buying that game to see the better graphics. So yeah, these 2 SpongeBob games, I know there were loads more, and I had tons of PS2 games, I mean SpongeBob, but these 2 were my favourite ones, because I'm not sure if it was the same people that did it, but the graphics were identical in these 2 games. The movie and Battle for Bikini Bottom were identical, the graphics in these PS2 games, and everything was very good. These two games are brilliant in my opinion, but I would say Battle for Bikini Bottom would do it slightly more. I prefer it a bit more, but yeah, the movie was good just as well. So anyway, yeah, these are them. Then are the more games that I've added on this list that I used to play as well. For example, Spider-Man 2. What else? Ice Age 3, Shrek the 3rd, Cars, and like I say, loads of games that I played a lot and really enjoyed, but they're not, should we say, like my favourites of all time, like the ones I've mentioned on this list. So anyway, this has been the video. Thanks for watching. If you want me to upload PS2 games, well, I will, even though personally I doubt anybody would ask me to do so. And anyway, just hope you've enjoyed this video. Tell me in the comments which are your favourite ones, and I'll see you in the next video. Peace out. And hope you have an awesome day, obviously. Peace out.